Hello everyone and welcome. I am absolutely delighted to have you all joining me today for this Masterclass Explainer. Now today we aren't merely studying the weather, we are equipping ourselves with some absolutely vital, life-saving knowledge. You see, the southwest monsoon is a magnificent meteorological phenomenon, but it demands our utmost respect and, more importantly, our preparation. So I need you focused, taking mental notes, and ready to apply what we discussed today. Understanding this data is quite literally the very first step to safeguarding your homes and your loved ones. Okay, let's dive right into it.
Here's a quick look at the syllabus for our session today. We'll start with the monsoon arrival and trajectory. Second, regional rainfall and wind data. Third, danger zones and red alerts. Fourth, coastal warnings for fishermen. Fifth, a pre-monsoon home securing checklist. And finally, number 6, active storm survival protocols.
All right, let's begin with Section 1, Monsoon Arrival and Trajectory.
So as you can see, this year's southwest monsoon has aggressively advanced into the west central and the entire northeast Bay of Bengal. It's actually already enveloped entire states like Nagaland, Manipur, and Mizoram. Now, for those of you tuning in from the northern plains, the meteorological data projects the monsoon's timeline to reach the Delhi NCR region somewhere between the 25th and 30th of June. So the clock is definitely ticking, and our preparation window is narrowing by the day.
Moving right along to Section 2, Regional Rainfall and Wind Data.
Now there is a very stark contrast in the type of extreme weather that different states are going to experience. Down in the south, Kerala, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu, the primary threat is immense water volume. We're talking isolated heavy rainfall of 7 to 20 centimeters, which practically guarantees localized flooding. Conversely, if you look at regions like East UP, Telangana, and West MP, they are bracing for squally winds reaching 60 to 90 kilometers per hour. To put that into perspective, that is more than enough force to uproot large, established avenue trees. Meanwhile, Haryana, Chandigarh, and Delhi must prepare for thundersqualls peaking at 70 kilometers per hour, which is a major threat to any vulnerable structures.
Which brings us to Section 3, Danger Zones and Red Alerts. These are the official urgent alerts directly from the India Meteorological Department. Kerala is currently under a strict red alert. But I really must emphasize the severity of the forecast for coastal Karnataka between June 8th and 10th. The IMD is predicting extremely heavy rainfall exceeding 204.4 millimeters in a single day. Think about that for a second. That is not a mere passing shower. That is a staggering amount of water, enough to completely overwhelm urban drainage systems and trigger devastating landslides, mudslips, and land sinks in hilly terrains. Maharashtra is also facing intense rainfall that is absolutely going to disrupt rail, road, and air transport.
Now, as this weather system builds across the subcontinent, you can actually see how the intense danger zones migrate across the western coast from the 7th to the 8th of June. This rolling concentration of extreme weather over the coastal regions is exactly why the IMD issues these shifting subdivision warnings.
So, what does this mean for you? It means you have to apply this geographical data to your daily commute. The official directive here is absolute. You must proactively identify and completely avoid low-lying urban areas, known waterlogging spots, and especially dangerous underpasses within your municipality. Please do not attempt to drive or walk through flooded roads. A sudden reduction in visibility, combined with fast-moving urban flooding, creates highly lethal scenarios. It's just not worth the risk.
Let's transition to Section 4, Coastal Warnings for Fishermen.
For those whose livelihoods depend on the sea, the meteorological data dictates severe marine exclusion zones. In the Bay of Bengal, fishermen are strictly instructed not to venture into the Gulf of Mannar, the Andaman Sea, or along the Odisha and Gangetic West Bengal coasts over the coming days. Simultaneously, over in the Arabian Sea, the coastlines of South Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka, and Kerala are completely off limits. The sea conditions will be far, far too turbulent. Disregarding these precise marine zones is quite literally a direct risk to your life.
Now for the practical part. Section 5. Pre-monsoon home securing checklist.
For our farmers and homeowners, I need you to follow these imperative steps right away. Step 1. Provide immediate mechanical support to vulnerable structures. Cut your houses and orchards. Prop them up, secure them. Step 2. Ensure all agricultural nursery beds are securely covered with thin polythene sheets to prevent them from being washed away by inundation. Step 3. If you are in regions like Meghalaya or Maharashtra, harvest your mature crops like bananas and vegetables immediately. Get that produce to a safe, dry location before the heavy squalls hit.
Furthermore, I strongly instruct all residents to treat the official IMD updates as your daily required reading.
You should be checking the district-wise warnings on the IMD portal every single morning. Look specifically for the orange and red color warnings. Those are the ones that mandate immediate action. Before leaving for any destination, check the route advisories and traffic congestion reports. And, crucially, if you reside in a highly vulnerable structure, you need to prepare a plan to relocate to a safer place immediately upon receiving an alert.
Finally, we arrive at Section 6, Active Storm Survival Protocols. What to do when the storm is right above you.
I want to recite this official government directive word for word to lend absolute authority to what I'm about to say. Quote, "People are advised to keep a watch on the weather for worsening conditions and be ready to move to safer places accordingly." End quote. Please do not be complacent. The very moment the weather worsens, your evacuation plan must be ready to execute. If you find yourself caught in an active lightning strike or a severe thundersquall, these steps are non-negotiable. First, get out of any water bodies immediately. Water conducts electricity, it's that simple. Second, get indoors and close all windows and doors to prevent dangerous wind tunneling. Third, under no circumstances whatsoever should you take shelter under a tree. They are the primary targets for lightning, and as we discussed, they can easily snap or be uprooted by those 90-kilometer-per-hour winds. Fourth, keep well away from any metal objects or structures that conduct electricity.
Now, I want to highlight this specific and unfortunately often overlooked danger. During severe thunderstorms, do not lie on concrete floors and do not lean against concrete walls. You might be wondering why. Well, concrete walls and floors often contain metal reinforcing bars, rebar, that can conduct electricity from a lightning strike directly into your home and right into you. Furthermore, make sure you immediately unplug all electrical and electronic appliances. This protects your expensive devices, and more importantly, it protects you from deadly power surges. Well, we have covered an immense amount of ground today, haven't we? From tracking the monsoon's trajectory across the map to detailing exactly where not to stand during a lightning strike. But this entire explainer means absolutely nothing without your active participation. So I'm going to leave you with this final, crucial question. Have you checked the latest local advisories for your specific district today? If the answer is no, I challenge you to take that life-saving action the very second this session ends. Stay informed, take care of yourselves, and above all, stay safe out there.